Hey, how you doing, Max? Yeah, this is the Dreams by Van Halen solo. I'll go through it kind of slowly. There's some cool stuff going on here, as usual, because it's VH Van Halen. The first part, it's kind of cool. So it's kind of a neat little phrasing. He slides into the note. Hang on, let me turn this up a little bit. So he slides into the note from the fifth to the seventh. It gives a cool sound. Otherwise, the actual notes are just. So that's kind of boring. So how do you make it sound cool? You could pull it off. Slide up 5 to 7 on the G string. Pull it off. Slide from anywhere. So that little phrase is sliding up to 5, and then hit the 7 on the G, and then slide from the 7 on the D down to the 5th on the D. I'll say that again. So, and then 7 on the G, 7 to 7 on the D, but you're gonna slide that down. So 7 slides down to 5 on the D. And then he's goofing around right here. But as usual, it sounds cool. We're gonna go 3 5 3 5. Actually, hang on, I wrote it down a little bit better. So what I got is 3 5 3 on the D to 5 on the A. And then back to the D, 3 5 5. 3 on the D, 5 on the D to 5 on the A again. And then you're gonna hit the 3rd on the D and then bend it up. So that little figure is. And then he's going to do the same figure, but in Van Halen fashion. This is where he gets kind of cool. Is you're going to bend the 7th fret up, so 7 5 on the G, and go back to the 7 and bend it up to right about that pitch, which is F. And this is where the fun begins. He's going to go. And then he's gonna, I think what he's doing is he's tapping on the harmonic on the 19th fret. So you're bending that note up, and then and then you're hitting a pinch harmonic. Now on my guitar, the pinch harmonic occurs right here on the G string, right above the pickup. But as I explained to you in lessons, you really got to use you got to know your guitar, because if I hit it over here, it's going to sound like this. If I hit it over here a little bit closer, sounds like that, or that's kind of what we want. And it's right over here. They're called nodes, I believe. If I'm wrong, put something in the comment section. But this one occurs right here on this guitar. They're going to be different on each guitar, so use your ears. You know, you can hear them all over. Watch. And this is a testament to how well he knew his gear and how well he knew the sounds he was looking for. It's really important to note. Not enough people talk about that aspect of it. How, I don't know. It's cool. Anyways, so there we go. Cool. All right, the next part after that is true Van Halenism. You see this in so many other songs. Hot for Teacher, and in a lot of different songs, a lot of different solos. This was part and parcel of his language. And it was doing the spread of 5, 7, 9, or at least, I don't know what you would call it, like just, 3 notes. It's not, and they're not like half step, like whole step, or half step, whole step. They're all whole steps. And then going to the next string. Now, it's tough, because for me it's tough. I mean, I don't have the longest fingers, and this is a heavy duty stretch. And I don't think he's picking every note. It's very legato. But what separates him from the rest again is the fact that he takes the end and he kind of syncopates it in this very staccato. It's almost like phrasing. It's phrasing that he's making a definite point of those notes. So that's the phrase, and it's in the tabs. 5, 7, 9 on the A, 5, 7, 9 on the D, 5, 7, 9, and that's where it gets a little. So and then it's going 9, 7 on the G, 9, 7. And then he's going to go grab the 7 on the D, 7 on the G. So let's take it right to there. So one more time. 5, 7, 9, 5, 7, 9, 5, 7, 9. Pull off to 7, 9, 7. Then all the way down to 5 on the G. So that's almost like a... Then go right for the, I'm using my second finger to the 7 on the D to 7 on the G. Pull off, you go right to the 5 on the G, and then hammer on the 6 on the G. Now that's a little blues lick. It is. It's a blues lick. You got it from Clapton, or maybe you got it from, I don't know where. But I know Clapton did that lick. And he was a big Clapton fan. So, blues lick. Stevie Ray Vaughan, great. He does that lick all the time. Anyway, so Eddie Van Halen does it, and it's a very blues pentatonic type run that he's doing here next. And it's going to go hammer on 5, 6, 5, 5 on the B to the E, then to the 8th with your third finger on the B string, and then slide up to the 10th, and then bend it up and down, then back down to 8 with your first finger on the B, then to 9 on the G. Do that again. 5, 6 to 8 on the B. Slide to 10, and then 8 on the B, 9. Cool lick. Anyway, so it starts out. And then, so that's that phrase. Slow it down. I mean, some of this stuff you gotta, I use auto-tune and transcribe, and it's fun. It's good ear training, and it'll help. So the next part is this little shuffly, slide part, And millions of people have done that. So anyways, he's doing it on the 5th fret and the 3rd fret. So it's 5, 5 on the B to the E. Go back to the 5, and then slide down to the third on the B and bottom string. After the third time, and you're down here on the third fret, and then you're going to kind of slide up to the fifth, or you could just play. I don't even know if I hear him slide really, but he hits the to the fifth on the B, fifth on the G, and seventh on the D. So, on the tabs I've seen online, some of them I see 5, 6, 7, and that's not it. It's in my opinion, it's 5, 5, 7. So now here's where another fun part. He's going to bend the 7th fret on the G string, and then he's going to tap the 14th and slide to the 12th. And then take off his finger, and then you have still the bent 7th. So I think what he's doing up here is going 15, 14, 7. So here we go. So 14, 12, sliding with that finger, whatever finger you happen to use. I use my second, pulling off to 7, then 15, 14, pull off. And now he's going to go the 7th on that same string. This is still bent, by the way, sliding up to the 19th. Now here's where it gets tricky. And then he's going to do an extra bend with over here. So now have fun, you got to use your ears. I can't tell you exactly. We're going to have to go 5 millimeters this way. No, your ears will tell you when you're hitting the right note. Sometimes you can use a tuner, like one of those clip-on tuners on the headstock to do it, but I was trying that with this and I really weren't getting the right pitches. It wasn't picking it up, probably because it's too far up the neck. But sometimes it'll work. In this case, you got to use your ears. There's no other way around it. He used his ears, you use yours too. Just play the track and play along with it. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, I am tuned down a half step to play this. I was going to be lazy and then tune the track down, but I left the track while I was figuring this out at the same pitch. So my guitar is tuned down a half step. Sorry for not mentioning that. It is Van Halen. If you're doing this and you know anything about Van Halen, most of the stuff was down a half step, early stuff. If not more. And actually there's a lot of good videos about how he adjusted his tunings in a lot of ways that they weren't always exact, especially on the first 2 albums, or maybe the first bunch of albums. He was kind of tweaking it by ear. If you know anything about your guitar, that it's, or anything about music, equal temperament is, for somebody with really great hearing, probably I would assume Van Halen had great pitch, ear pitch, relative, probably, I don't know if he's perfect pitch, but he had great hearing. So when you have really good hearing, you're very sensitive to minor differences in tuning. And back in the day, like we're talking box time, before players would play the third a little bit sharper or a little bit more in tune. Like you could tune a third, and by that I mean, watch this. Oh, hold on, I'm out of tune. All that talking. Hang on. So that's a third. That's like an easy third is a C, the 3rd fret on the A, and then the 2nd fret on the D. You can tune that D string to sound better. There we go. There you go. See how that sounds now? Actually, let me take the distortion off. So. But technically that's out of tune because now I'm flat on the C sharp. Yeah, So it kind of went flat to get that third to sound good. Well, if you look around on the internet, you'll find some cats that have really zeroed in on what he was tuned to. And in my opinion, there's no mistake about it. Some of the stuff he tuned for that section of the song, guaranteed. All right, anyways, let's move on. The next part, he's doing a little, he's doing this, 8 and 7. I think he's playing it here, or maybe here. So 8th on the B and 7 on the bottom string, the E. So it's just a little quick. So 8, 7, 8, 7, 5, 8 on the B. And then 5 on the bottom string, the E, and then 8, 7, 5 on the B. Now, and he's gonna bend the 7th fret, that 7th fret note again, 7th on the G, and then hit the bottom string with an upstroke probably of the E string on the 5th fret. So now, this is debatable, but I think what he's doing is bending the 7th up, or he's just hitting the 7 and then on the G again, and then pulling off 8, 7, 5 on the G. And it's not bending like that. And then another cool trick that you hear in a lot of players playing is 7, 7 on the D to the G. So 5 on the G, and then 5 on the D. And then there's a 7th fret on the D that pops in there, and then he continues on to the 5th fret and bending. And then the ending part of this little solo. Nice little phrase. It's just like a few notes, and it's not all blah, 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 blah. It's just a melody. Ba-da, ba-da. Ba-da, ba-da-da-da, ba-da-ba-da-da. And now, he's outlining a minor arpeggio, D minor, I believe. But anyways, 10th fret on the G, 10th fret on the E, 10th fret on the B, and then grab the 13th fret and bend it. Now, look at my fingers. So because I bent that 13th fret up, let's grab the G string on the 12th. We're right there. Slide up to the 14th, and your first finger is right by the 13th of the B, 15th on the B, 13th on the bottom string, the E, 15th on the bottom string, to the 17th on the bottom string, the E, to the 20th on the E. So nice little run at the end of that. Here's some important notes for the viewers at home. Who watches this stuff? I don't know. I'm gonna get like 12 viewers. All right. So important things to note at home. You know, Eddie was a product of time in a lot of ways. And in a lot of ways, he was groundbreakingly from the future. Like a space alien or something. No, just kidding. Eddie, don't get mad. All right. Meaning that within the product of his time, there was a lot of pentatonic playing going on. And this is case in point, this little section. So with that being in in mind, if you're a guitar player that has been playing a lot of pentatonic licks, like the 70s licks, Hendrix licks, and that's how everybody was playing. And then here comes this kid from Pasadena going, nobody did that. Well, maybe a few, but nobody famous. So take some of his pentatonic ideas and then see how he melded them with the other stuff within the key, You'll see a lot of his playing in this solo is right around so what he's basically done is played a D arpeggio. Just examine how he's using it and how he's melding it. So that's about all I got. Have fun. Hopefully this helped. I'll text you a tab if you want it. I'll put it on the screen. I wish I knew how to do like super professional job. This is my scribbling. So don't be offended. God, that guy doesn't know what he's doing. I just don't know how to do it like professional like. I mean, I kind of do, but all right, whatever. All right, have a good day. Hopefully this helps. Have fun playing VH. All right, later.